Hey, good morning. It's Julie. It is 7:06 a.m. Central through March 16th, Wednesday, EIA Day. Let's take a look at the rules and disclosures, the risk disclosures and hypothetical performance disclaimer on the website before you start trading today. Please take a look at that. We have a busy calendar today. It is core CPI, housing starts, um, and then we've got crude oil inventories are expecting 3.4 million barrels of inventory. That comes off the back of an API lower report of inventory stock at 1.5 million. That alone could give us a pop up. We've got weekly, daily 60/50 in green, and we've also got OPEC calling uncle for the third time, saying that they're going to set a meeting to cap output at maximum capacity, which is like a non-starter brainer. If it's at maximum output, how can you cap it? You can't exceed maximum output, you dumbasses. All right, so they're calling uncle. They've dive bombed it so bad that it's affecting. Look at Brazil. I mean, give me a break. They've dive bombed it. I don't know why there's not antitrust all over this. One group cannot set or dive bomb the price of a commodity it controls like it has without some antitrust issues, I would think. U.S. shale producers Lynn Energy is in bankruptcy, but today OPEC announced they don't need Iran to be part of this capping um, product inventory because Iran's been in sanctions so many years that they get to, you know, produce as much as they want, and everybody else will cap theirs at maximum output. Which, again, hello, if it's at maximum output, they can't, cap it anyway. It's at maximum output. Hello, but let me not worry you because I'll show you the charts in a minute, and I'll show you why it's going to go up anyway. Um, let's look at the other news. Trump is already saying that he's gonna dive bomb the Republican president of the Cleveland. What do you call that? Where the delegates go and vote. So the convention. So he's already threatening them, and I think that he's such an asshole. I don't know why the world is voting for Trump. My guy Kasich was so exciting last night to see him. He was so appreciative. I mean, that guy was just friggin' relieved that he got in, and I'm so glad that he did. I voted for Kasich. Everybody vote for Kasich, okay? And don't vote for an asshole. I just cannot believe this. All right, let's look at the markets real quick. The bonds are interesting. I'll come back to that. Let me start back with crude. Crude is on an up move. Let me pull up my weekly chart to give you an indication of where we are in this market. Here's my yearly VWAP. My market profile, yearly market profile. This was 2016, the open in the purple. We're below the open at $40 and whatever that is, 45.32 cents. Heading to the open. Here is last year's 2015's prior point of control at 56.45. That's the target. Here's the river of gold. This is where the market participants see price going to. And here was 2014's point of control. It'll take a while to get back up there. And even to the bottom of the river of gold, this is just going to take a little while. If it gets up there, it'll take a while. It's not obviously going to just rally up there, but we definitely have this 2015 prior point of control, river of gold in sights, and that's what I'm trading up to. So we have a long way to go, okay? There's no reason for it to have been dive bombed so low, and except for to allow OPEC to get rid of the United States shale players. And it's ridiculous. I don't know why they allow them to get away with this crap. Seriously. Okay. Let's look at the Emini because that is going to be very important today because we've got a 1, 2, 3 coming back down. 1, 2, 3. And this is where I think price is going to go if we break the 2. Watch out below. Okay. Y'all see that? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here is the weekly. Oops. Cursor over here. Here is the yearly market profile on the weekly chart for the Emini. We came right up to last year's prior point of control on the dime, on the nose, on the tick, and started pulling back. That's not to say that it's not going to come up and want that top line, but at least we're pulling back now on that 1, 2, 3. And I would expect this bottom one to get hit again before that top one does, if not continue to run. Back down and check here, 1924.50, something like that. We shall see. Today, like I said, is a big day. The Fed has announced what it's going to do in advance. Thank you so much. I think that is so wise of them, given this global uncertainty, that they would tip their hand like that. It should not be a game of cat and mouse, what they're planning to do with interest rates. If they know in advance that they're not going to raise before a meeting, just go ahead and let us in on their thinking. They did that this time. I applaud them. Thank you so much. Let's look at the bonds. I've got a great looking chart for you. The bonds are mixed. Well, actually, they were mixed. Now they're going back down. But I don't think that they're going to go down for far. I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do. But right now, it looks like VWAP is above the prior point of control. And we're at the value low and making a turn to come back in towards, well, we've already rejected off of this low volume node once, but we might come back in and check that again, was my thinking. We've got the divergence. But we just, don't know with these interest rate decisions what the market wants to do. It's certainly been in a downtrend for the past few days, but I'm wondering if that downtrend is sort of over for now, and we might come back up in here and fill this in, was my thinking. But we've got to trade the plan, and that's weekly, daily, 60-15 to the downside. So, and our river of gold looks like it's this one little candle right now is trying to get back up there. But if it fails and comes back down, then go with it. Otherwise, just keep your eye on crossing over the prior point of control at 128, 160. See if we can push above that for a long. Otherwise, we're trading short. But the market hasn't set up quite right yet. Here is the generic. If we put it on the bonds, we had some green yesterday, so we're pulling back off of that. So that's why I'm thinking this might come back into that value and start filling in some stuff. But be careful with the bonds on the interest rate. I would not even touch this until tomorrow. So it's always fun to watch on the at the FOMC. I have the bonds, I have the gold, I have the euro, and I have the E-mini up on these FOMC announcements, and it sure is fun to watch all these movements off the back of that. So be careful. It's Fed Day. Best to keep your powder dry, and I'm kind of inclined to be going short on the E-mini and long in crude. we'll just see how this shakes out today. Thank you so much. I'll have a successful day. Bye bye.